All right, let's now start to build up an audience for your site. There are two main strategies that we'll take you through: passive promotional strategies and active promotional strategies. Passive promotional strategies are where the user ends up deciding to take action of their own accord, such as exploring your website or signing up for your email marketing list. Whereas active promotional strategies are those initiated by you, the store owner, to try and attract visitors to your site. Let's first look at the passive promotional strategies you can implement on your site. One of the best performing strategies you will ever implement will be adding a resources page to your site. This page lists out absolutely everything that will be helpful to your audience. Not all of these links have to be affiliate links to Amazon products. Remember, your job is to help people find what they need to get what they want to do done. So this must be a comprehensive list that includes anything that would be helpful to your audience. If some of these resources/products happen to have affiliate programs, then great. But don't get too caught up over the ones that don't, because what's critical is that your audience finds value in them. Follow these golden rules for a resources page that your audience will love. This list is going to get big, so be sure to break it down into categories and subcategories. Also consider anything else that might make navigating this page better, because it's going to get really overwhelming really fast, such as a table of contents. Don't give people too many alternatives of the same thing. For example, if you've used a number of accounting software platforms over the years and you recommend most of them, limit the options you highlight to 1 to 2. Anything more than that can overwhelm your audience. For each resource, it's helpful to add a short description about it, mentioning what it is and why it's useful. Keep this to no more than a couple of sentences. For a great example of a resources page, check out our own supplementary resources page linked in the video description. See, we practice what we preach. Another page that will perform well and provide a lot of value to your audience is your Getting Started page. If someone was brand new to your niche, what do they need to know? This is where all that information would go. If you've got a lot of previous content that's relevant, this is a great place to link to it. If you're just starting out and don't have a very big back catalog, this page is a great prompt for new content that you could link to on this page. As well as highlighting everything your niche is about and what you offer, it's also a good opportunity to highlight what you don't offer. You can also dispel myths about your niche and set clear boundaries on what's not covered, or why it might not be a good idea to be in this niche. Check out the link in the description for a good example of a Getting Started page. Now, let's talk about email. You may have heard it many times before, but one of the most valuable marketing activities you'll undertake is building an email list of your audience. In any online business, being able to directly communicate with your audience and bypass intermediaries like social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter and marketplaces like Amazon and eBay is gold and will never not be relevant. As we've mentioned a few times already, though, you need to come from a place of service and helpfulness. You need to earn that email address. So one good place to ask for email addresses is at the end of your content, and don't forget to add it to the bottom of your Getting Started and resources pages. Shopify has a great tutorial on how to collect email addresses on your site, so we'll have it linked in the video description. It's also worth considering offering a small bonus, something of value in exchange for providing their email address, something like a PDF on some specific knowledge of your niche, or a PDF guide on how to make the most of your hero product, or even an Amazon coupon code or a discount on paid content you may produce. Anything that's valuable to your audience and that doesn't cost too much for you to produce or acquire will fit the bill. So what emails should you send to your audience once they provide their email address? Here's an effective email funnel that will work. Feel free to evolve your email funnel. Over time, you will gain a better understanding of what works and what doesn't. The critical question to keep in mind when trying new things is, does my audience get value from it? In terms of which email marketing platform to use, check out our supplementary resources. You can build out this funnel with just about any email platform, though, so if you're up for experimenting, be our guest. Email 1, delivered upon sign-up. Out of the content you have, can any of it help your audience with a quick win? Link it and your Getting Started page in your first email by integrating it into some killer copy. Email 2, delivered 7 days after signing up. Tell a compelling story about your experiences starting out in your niche. Empathize with what they may be feeling at this point in their journey and prompt them to reply back, asking what they need help with. This helps with making sure your audience doesn't feel bombarded by you, increasing the chances that they stay subscribed to you. Email 3, delivered 14 days after signing up. Highlight your resources page. As mentioned before, this will be one of your most visited pages because of how much value it provides, so showcase it in your email. You could even ask if they know of any resources that aren't listed. And those are the passive promotional strategies that will keep your audience engaged with your site. In the next video, we'll talk about the active promotional strategies that will help bring people to your site in the first place. See you there.